right, well, hello and welcome back as we are getting ready for our first game of the night as we are going to have the Incheon Illusion up against the Louden Lynx. Hoping for a good game here. We will see what we get. As you can see on your screen, this is 3 versus 6. Incheon ending at 7-2, clinching their spot in week 6. While Louden ended at 4-5, clinching in week 8. So a couple weeks apart, couple games apart, but both here directly. Look at the previous matchup. Like our last game last night, it was a week 1 matchup, which Incheon ended up taking it 3-1. As they lost game 1, then won the next 3. But of course, very different rosters on both sides, different managers on one side, and so certainly a very different game to look forward to here. Looking at the final standings, like we've said several times, you can see where everything ended up, putting these teams in 3rd and 6th. And another reminder, the top 6 in gold qualified to playoffs directly, while the teams in white had to go through the play-in, and it was 9 and 10 that got the wins there. Then looking at the playoff schedule, 1 game has been played, and it was a 6-game series, still 3 to go. As we can look at the bracket and see Boston, the only team with their ticket punched to the semifinals because of that win. They'll be waiting on the winner of Madison-Bedford on Sunday night. But we got those last 2 bottom 2 quarterfinals to play tonight. And that will determine the first semifinal. As the first one in Prism is waiting until tomorrow night. And then there will be 2 left for Sunday. Look at the stats. JXL and Pinky are the key players, with the team averages actually being in favor of Louden 4-3 with a tie on shot percentage, and goals and shots going to Incheon while the rest go to Louden. In terms of the player stats, both teams have their key player leading 5, with Demos being the exception going to Draco for Incheon, and shot percentage to Dishonored for Louden. With that said, the stage is mostly set, and so we're just waiting to see how this one goes. And I am interested. I think this is going to be mainly, like, first and foremost, a prove-it series for Incheon. Because Incheon are a team. Obviously, their roster has shuffled a lot throughout the entire season. But specifically then, they lose a player and have to get a new manager just a couple weeks ago. And so we're really trying to see, okay, they were one of the top 4. They were maybe number 1. How does it look now that they've changed their roster? Can they keep that level? And that's what they've been trying to prove. And, of course, they did get a win as they took down Bedford in 5 games. But then they also went down in 4 against Daytona in the last week. Now, of course, they did have to play their sub in that one. So yet another reason why it might not be representative. But the idea is still true that we need to see if this team can compete. And of course, this isn't the be-all end-all. This isn't against one of those top teams to maybe truly prove it. But with that said, as I described in the Discord, Louden are a gatekeeper team. That, of course, they have their unicorn win over Boston, which is clearly their biggest result and the one that shows that they do have a chance in these playoffs. But by and large, they have struggled against the teams above them. They have won against the teams below them. And so, for Incheon, this is a show. Can they prove they're in that top half by getting a win? And can they maybe make it more one-sided to prove that they're still one of the contenders who are well above them? But, of course, all to be seen. So I'm definitely still favoring Incheon here. We haven't had a Game 7 yet. I'm not going to be able to predict a Game 7 in this matchup. I'll probably go 4-1 because I believe we'll see a strong Incheon roster, and I believe they should be the better team, but I'm not confident enough to say it's a sweep, and I believe in Louden's roster that, especially in a 7-game series, they can absolutely find a win to keep themselves in it for a little bit longer. So there you have it. For Louden, it's just going to be play your game, try to put up a fight, try to make it close. If they're not playing great, you might be able to take advantage of that. Meanwhile, for Incheon, it's going to be prove yourself. Can you make it a dominant performance? Can you show that you are a team to fear in this league? Because for now, I think for pretty much everyone, Boston and Daytona are going to be your favorites. And it's Madison's job to show up and perform on the top end of their level, which would make them a team that's definitely in that conversation. And it's going to be Incheon's job to prove that this roster still has it. And obviously, I think it's a pretty clean substitution. I think it's fair to expect them to be there, but we don't fully know. We'll see. By the way, Lemon, it hasn't updated yet today. I should be at 118. So I'll reach 120 on Sunday. But either way, we do have our game ready to go. It's Incheon in blue, Louden in orange. Again, the Illusion gonna be pretty heavy favorites, but we'll see if they can close out the win or if Louden can make it a battle. Pinky ending up with early control here. Now Defane looking for a pass around. Ends up popping straight up. JXL's on it first. Off the bar, dropping down. Rush will get the clear. Draco on it next. Trying to center it out. He'll get a shot down. Low one, and Mew is there in plenty of time. Defane now another one centered around. Of course, Defane getting put in the MVP prediction on the awards show by Bacon. I think a little bit of a throwaway joke there, but at the same time, definitely a strong player as we've seen in past seasons. But one we haven't seen this season really. Ended up joining this team with like 2 weeks to go, and that's about it. And so we will just have to see again, how does he play? How does he fit into this roster? And how do they look as a squad? 1 minute played, no goals on the board just yet. We have seen both sides of the field, although I'd say we spent the majority in the orange side so far. JXL another 50, one out by Pinky. Now Draco on it, high pop, but Mew will take his time and get it away. I mean, it's very easy as Mew's on this one, popped in the air, it's off the bar, and there's no follow-up shot. Especially just because you stream through OBS, as hold on, 1 second, it's Draco who gets the first goal. And the Illusion have the early lead. They secure first blood just under 1:40 in. It was back and forth. It was dangerous on both ends, but the Illusion will start with the advantage. And that'll be one that Louden will have to break through. Mew a close chance, but blocked away, and Defane gets a save on Pinky's too. Now Rush out to the corner. Caught by JXL, he'll 50 through one, but Pinky's there to block it. That one over Rush, but Mew able to take his time. He'll pop it up, and now Rush will play it. Maybe look for a pass, but won't connect on anything. Good demo by Mew, as now Pinky finds Rush, but again, just a little too awkward. Ends up free for Defane, but he'll just roll it wide, and Mew will take his time on it. As by the way, I was just gonna say, it's very easy when you're just streaming through OBS that you don't need to open the Twitch channel. But before that, it's JXL again, and it's 2-0 for Incheon. Rush just doesn't get enough on that. Just kind of kills it down in front of the net, and so with half the game left to go, the Illusion are able to double their advantage and put their lead a little bit more confidently into this one. Pinky trying to get to the side, able to get it away from the net. Now this one pinched away, but Draco doesn't have boost. He'll have to give space. Rush may have been looking for a pass, but now he's forced to follow it. Around the corner, looking for the Doomsday, but it's 50'd away. JXL does well to stay behind it. Now it's Draco downfield, an awkward touch by Pinky, but rushes back in time. The awkward defense almost bites him again, but this time they're able to just barely get back in time. As we've said, it's been end-to-end, but I think the defense has looked a lot more awkward for Louden. Obviously leading to that second goal and also leading to several other chances. While a play like that, you just see Incheon much more confident in their positioning and with their clears. And obviously that's leading them to hold their shutout through the first 3.5 minutes here. So we're going to need to see Louden maybe make them awkward. You could see some demos coming in to help with that, but also having to shore up their own. But that won't help. It's JXL crossfield. Jumps from the midline, goes to the backboard, doubles it through. No one even puts a hand up. And it's 3 straight goals to open the series for the Illusion. 75 seconds to go. Technically time for a comeback, but it feels out of reach. The high seed Illusion aren't dominating the entire game. They are giving up some levels of space. They are giving up opportunities, and this will be the best one. Rush is there. It's 3-1. Still 2 goals back, but on pace for what they need for a comeback. And it is a 2-goal game. As I was gonna finish saying there, Incheon haven't been dominant, but they have been clean and they have taken their opportunities. But now a hole finally given up, but there it is on the other end. It's Defane. And it is 4-1. The 3-goal lead is right back in order. "47 seconds left to go, and Incheon shut down the effort from Louden. Once again, there is still time, but it needs to start now, and JXL won't let it. 30 seconds left to go now, just dropping lower. Incheon are going to hold on to their advantage. They'll even add one more, and game 1 is firmly in their control. I think you can give credit to Louden for trying here, but it's just too out of reach and they aren't getting it back. So we'll have to see through the next few games. Obviously, they get that goal. They had those offensive chances, so they certainly weren't completely out of this game or anything. But you just need to see them get more into it. You need to see them get more dangerous chances. Get maybe enough pressure or maybe some bumps or some way of just kind of making the defense unstable for Incheon. Because it felt like even though they had to play it, they had plenty of time. They just made their clears pretty cleanly. And with that, they roll their way to a 5-1 Game 1 victory. And they'll start this series with a lead. So we'll see what the shot difference looks like, and it is pretty even. I believe it's an advantage to Incheon, 11-9. So only 2 apart, but of course the goal's a lot more so because, again, Incheon took advantage of awkward looks. They took advantage of, like, you think of that second goal. It was an awkward touch. You think of that last goal. It was just a long clear on an overcommit. And of course, especially that last touch, or that last goal, time was low enough. They needed to get desperate. They needed to push forward. But just in general, feels like they gave up too many and just didn't make it great. I do also notice, which is interesting to me, that Louden had 9 shots. Incheon only had 5 saves. And even if you subtract the 1 goal from that, that's still 3 unaccounted for shots, which also shows maybe some issues with that. Because especially with the way that game went, they really couldn't afford to be missing opportunities. And so that's maybe something else to watch for. Need to maybe hit their shots a little bit more cleanly as JXL gets that one cleanly, and it's 1-0 Illusion again. JXL reads it, knocks it down to try to jump, but they can't get the block. And it's 1-0 Incheon, 8 seconds into this game. Pinky forward, Draco up in the air, to the backboard, looking for a double, can't read it. JXL can, he puts it high, and his double goes wide. Just unable to quite find it as that one pings off 2 parts of the woodwork and goes out as well. An unfortunate sequence for Incheon, but of course still holding their lead, and so I'm sure they can deal with it. Pinky though trying to get this one away, will 50 it through Defane. These things a little bit awkward as Draco without boost tries to clear it, but it's right at Mew. Mew though right back to Draco, he'll pop it out, Defane's there, 50'd by Rush. Pinky trying to go, forced to wait, and it causes a miss. Pinky now just a big shot, but JXL playing plenty deep enough. He'll get that out to the side. A couple of misses, but Draco's able to get right back up. Rush just trying to keep it awkward. Draco, though, going to take control. Up in the air, off the back wall. Defane saved by Mew. Similar attacks there on both sides. But it's only that first goal from Incheon that's on the board so far. And Mew runs low on boost, puts it on, but maybe a little high, and Draco's able to block the floater. JXL now on it next, trying to tap this one away. Defane's so awkward. Pinky's there. It's a gift-wrapped goal, and it's a tie game. Defane just gets so awkward on this one, and Pinky's there to punish it. Kickoff won by Louden again. Now that they're back in the tie game, looking for their first lead, looking for something of an advantage in this series. JXL trying to slow it down. He'll take it across. Now he'll look for a cut and flick. Pops it up. Looking for a bomb. Won't get it, and Pinky makes the save. Draco now a pass out. Back to himself, but Rush 50s it to the side. Rush circling around it again. Now 50'd off the left wall. Defane catches it over. Trying to pop it away, not able to get enough on that one. It's out off the right side. JXL off the backboard. Draco's there, blocked away again. Pinky now trying to recenter it. Defane gets it by 1, but Rush is there for a save. JXL next, but he's demoed off it, and Mew's able to stay up for the touch. Louden desperately looking for a clear here, unable to find it thus far, starting to run maybe a little bit low on boost. But they're able to get stocked up, they're able to take control, and Rush will poke it all the way down to the final third. Pinky trying to keep it close, it'll be Mew to get it into the corner. Defane an awkward touch, Mew will leave, but Pinky can't make solid contact for a shot. Rush now left alone, they don't threaten him immediately, but he gives it right back, and Defane can get to the corner. Mew, a bit of an awkward touch, but it finds itself right to Pinky. Pinky now waiting on it again. This one over to the right side. Rush already there, but it's just off target yet again. Draco will get easily over Mew, who doesn't have boost. Now the reset down, but didn't get the flip and can't get a shot. JXL off the backboard. Defane's there, and finally they make him pay. After so much defense, finally Incheon break through it. And with 96 left to go, it's 2-1 Illusion. Rush keeping it close. I don't think he got the flip, so he's forced to drop, but he's able to get it by 1 more. JXL now left alone, dunked. Mew is on it. JXL off the back wall. Rush is there. It's wide. Had to place it. Tries to do too much. The lead remains. Now 2 get in each other's way and once again won't score it. Mew saved again. JXL comes up huge. Pinky now, that one will skip off JXL. Defane On the outside, Mew trying to roll it down. JXL right into Pinky. It's up off the bar. Rush is there. It's wide right to Draco. Draco now bumped off it. Mew is there. Defane's awkward. Rush is blocked again. They just can't find the shot until JXL almost gives it to him. But even he blocks it away. Now JXL off the sidewall yet again. Rush trying to find the other corner. Pinky is lurking 50 back. Mew gets beat. Rush doesn't have boost. Draco will bang it. Rush able to block it away for now. Pinky picking it up. Time running lower. Pinky trying to keep this one close. It pops up off Mew. Draco a center. No one can really dive for Louden. Rush will eventually go, but it's just a pass into the corner. Now off the sidewall again. Pinky drops it down. Mew, no boost, no chance. JXL clears it away. Defane another dunk. They will add one more goal, and they will add one more game as Incheon are up 2-0 in the series. It felt like Louden needed to score there, but they just don't manage to. They will once again get outshot, but once again barely, as it's 10-9. And again, of those 9 shots, only 1 was scored and 3 were saved. So that's 5 unaccounted for. And just if you're Louden, you can't afford that. Again, I think this was a much better game from them. Obviously, they didn't give up nearly as many. They played good defense. They had good offense. But it just felt like, obviously, you can credit the Incheon defense limiting their shots and getting the saves on some of them. But at the same time, you gotta shoot better than that. And so as we load into game number 3, I think that's gotta be the focus here. You gotta keep up the defense, because realistically, they only gave up 2, and they should have scored at least 2. So the offense, or the defense, really wasn't the problem that game. If you can limit them even more, obviously it puts less pressure on yourself to score, but regardless, you probably need to score 2 or 3 against this team. And for that, their defense was very acceptable. But fresh 5 minutes, they can't dwell on the last one too much. They need to get themselves into this one. Still yet to have a lead. Almost there, but it'll pinch off the post again. Trying to work through traffic, unable to quite get it. This could be another chance, but Mew forced to catch it, and so just ends up too slow. Defane now down the sideline, 50 to cross. Pinky lets it bounce away. Mew trying to get it forward. It's brought down again. Pinky towards the back wall. Draco blocks it away to the side. Draco now looking for a double. This one will get played away again. Rush up in the air, 50 down off the ceiling. Now still back into the corner. This one popped up by Draco, trying to get it away. Rush able to keep it close. Rush still staying with it though. This one cleared away. Mew trying to knock it out. Off the back wall, dropped in. They let it bounce away. And once again, Louden unable to find a threatening shot there. This one's off the back wall, out to the left side. Defane blocked away by Pinky. Louden doing much better at breaking out and getting pressure of their own. But they still need to find offense. They still need to find a shot and a goal here, as this one is scoreless 2 minutes in. The longest we've gone without a goal. And so we'll see who can break through first. And if it's Incheon, we'll see if that is a death blow for this game, because it has felt like Louden need to be taking a lead out of this. Rush finds himself so awkward. Will get 50 back into his corner, but is able to push it there instead of his net. Mew dunked the same way, back to the other corner. Defane loses out on the challenge as Pinky will get it back past midfield, and JXL missing a boost will help to give him some space. Pinky look for a center, but JXL able to block it away. Looking for a double, he'll get it and that'll go downfield. All the way down to the corner. Popped up by Mew. Now Draco trying to play it away again. This one dropping down. Mew jumping in, wins it to the back wall. Now down. Mew pops it up, but that's too high for Rush, who then takes it away from his teammate. I understand the play, but that's where comms are so important, because that double commit hurts, because it really just kills your attack completely, and that should have maybe been a goal on the other end, and it still could be, but now it's blocked away. Rush forced to leave it, doesn't have the boost to go. Defane unable to get another challenge there. Draco trying to knock it down. Now it's Pinky up high to the back wall, caught down by JXL. Bounced away again. Defane, though, getting it downfield. Mew only watching as Defane rolls it wide. 90 seconds to go. That one saved away. Still scoreless in this game. Over to the left wall now. This one out off the back wall, dropping down. Defane looking for another center. It's only JXL, and he'll choose to play patient. Another shot down, saved away by Mew. Down off the ceiling. Mew a double out. Draco will get the clear. Rush now over to the sidewall again. Draco had a chance, puts it wide. Mew almost puts it in, but instead, it's a perfect pass. And Pinky scores. Mew hits it off his own post, and it centers to an open net for Pinky. And it's the first lead of the series for Louden. Rush now off the kickoff, gets it down into the corner. He'll steal the boost, looking for a pass, but it's dunked wide by JXL. Mew trying to pop it the other way, doesn't get a great first touch, and Pinky will miss as well. That might leave Rush alone. He'll get beat, but it's Pinky on the save. Mew will clear. Rush will put it wide, but at the very least, they will hold their lead. Defane the other way. Pinky off his own corner. Draco's there. It's in. 1-1. It's a tie game. Incheon break out. And they bring things level with 28 seconds left to go. Rolling up the post. Louden now can't afford to concede. A loss here doesn't end the series, but a best-of-7 reverse sweep, nigh impossible, so they really can't afford to let it go much further. Mew trying to bring it down to the corner. JXL won't connect, but Draco's on it. He'll pop it off the corner. Rush just clearing it out to the side. Mew will try to go. He's 50'd. That'll find the floor. And we head to OT. One goal to determine the momentum of the series. Louden have looked better in each game. They have played it closer in each game. But if they lose this one, they'll be down against quadruple match point. Will they hold on, or will Incheon take control as Defane shots blocked away? JXL puts it back high. Defane pressuring from the corner. Mew will keep it wide. Rush now diving in, a little aggressive, but it works out as he'll get it all the way downfield. JXL now a bit of a giveaway. Mew kills it to Rush. That one I think high, and yes it is. Another one off target. As Pinky now tries to double it himself, but that touch takes it away from Mew. Rush caught in between. Needs a save. He'll have it. Defane, though, recenters. And it's in. An overcommit. Once again, the communication breaks down for Louden. And Incheon punish on the other end. You can't blame Rush for that one. He's left so awkward. He could have played it better, but that's just an issue we've seen so many times. As this time, Louden get outshot much more definitely 10-3. And once again, one shot unaccounted for, but it really felt like they had so much more offense than those shots represent, and yet they still weren't able to get it done. And then it's a mistake on offense that leaves them that leaves that last goal open. And so, of course, like, you can look that Rush could have played that defense a little bit better, But at the same time, his teammates didn't need to double commit for it. Pinky pops it up, chooses to double it. Mew not getting that communication because someone doesn't say it, and then they double commit. Pinky hits it away from Mew and just drops it down perfectly for Incheon. And then because of that, Rush left alone. Obviously, he wants to dive in because it looks like a shot opportunity, but then he's left alone in essentially a 3v1. He got a little bit lucky. They chose to take the immediate shot, but at the same time, still just not quite able to get that touch. And so, as we roll forward, I'm not sure quite what we're doing here, to be honest. I don't know. We are pausing for a second, I guess. And I guess we're good. I don't know. What's going on? I'm not sure. Everyone's just in the lobby and we're waiting, I guess. Yeah, I'm just not quite sure what's happening. Okay, now I guess we're going. I don't know. I don't know, but we do load in game number 4. Louden have been playing better in each game, and now they need to show that progression continue. They need to win 4 straight if they want to move on to the semifinals. But Incheon are looking good. They're 1 away from closing it out. Will they succeed? Or will Louden keep fighting? Pinky a save off his back wall. Now Rush trying to get it downfield. Bouncing away. Rush off the post. Caught by JXL. Rush blocked away again. Mew trying to pop it, and everyone misses, and so there's no shot out of it. JXL now fakes out one. The second one hits it, but it's wide again. 50 in. Rush trying to drop it down. It's still free for Incheon. It's another overcommit. This time, though, Mew's back in time, and he'll get it away. Go now dunking it around. No boost on Rush. He fakes out Defane, but JXL is there. 1-0. The defense gives it up again, as I think Pinky could have got to that. We don't know because he didn't, but it looked like he was expecting the ball to get cleared across net, but Rush doesn't have any boosts. You can't be expecting it. And I think if he continues going, he might be able to get there for a 50. Why, Jay? There's zero reason for that, Jay. As Defane gets another goal, and it's now 2-0. Just an air dribble over them all. Incheon double their lead, and it's starting to look like they might be moving on. I mean, Jay, you're just deleting his messages for no reason. What are we doing, bro? Why? Rush a pinch downfield. 3.5 minutes left to go here. Louden need to get on the board soon. They can't let this keep going, as I think that was an open net. Mew first puts it high, then he leaves it too soft. Everyone overcommits for no reason. And it's open for JXL. It's 3-0. That should have been a goal for Louden, but instead, it's a goal for Incheon. Okay, at the very least, they do get it back. That feels better. As it's just an awkward play off the kickoff, they maybe give them a bit of a gift. And so it's now 3-1. Still a 2-goal difference, but a lot more in reach. As this one is cleared away, it's off the post. Now dropping down, JXL has a shot. And he does not miss. It's 4. Incheon running away with it like we haven't seen since game 1. And it is getting out of hand quickly for Louden again. We need to see them pull back into it if we are going to keep this series going. But it's 3 goals down, and it is dominance for the Illusion so far. Draco off the side wall. JXL just trying to get it away. Draco another bang. Now off the side. JXL trying to play it forward. It's floating so close, and now D-Fane will block it away. Mew now up in the air. JXL trying to drop it down. Caught by Rush. Now Pinky in the air. Getting it to the right again. Rush trying to play it back. Now Mew pops it up. High in the air. Draco's there. It'll go wide though. Rush now trying to bounce it away. Off the right wall. Pinky trying to center it in again. Now JXL up off the corner. 2 minutes left to go. That's another one burned down. Mew trying to take control of it. JXL down into the corner. It'll get doubled away again. Now played outside foot by Draco, and he leaves it open for Rush. They give them a chance. 104 seconds left to go. Still down by 2, but there's still a chance. This one now down from the ceiling again. JXL trying to keep control. Around the outside and air dribble forward. Just a touch to Draco, who pops it up high. And then D-Fane strikes through. 5-2. Incheon are unfazed. And they are merely adding on. 89 seconds left to go, and they are extending their advantage. Still time on the clock, but it feels like it's not enough. It feels like this series is just gonna be too far gone. D-Fane trying to push it to the side. 1 minute left to go here. Pinky up again, drops it down. Rush over to the side wall. This one up in the air. D-Fane will get down to the corner where Mew's waiting on it, but that touches right back to JXL. JXL now around the corner. Mew will be the one to drop it down. Pinky around the side wall, gets the touch across, but it's wide and cleared away as the time continues to drop. 40 seconds left to go, and it's looking bleaker and bleaker for the Lynx. We asked Incheon to prove themselves. We asked them to show they're still a contender. I'd say they've done just that. 1, maybe 2 of these games have been close, but they've never been in doubt. This postseason hasn't been a lot of close games, and Incheon will not abandon that trend. They added one more there to make it 6-2, and from there they will burn the final 10 seconds away. The Lynx put up a fight in the middle, but they can't secure a game win. They will bow out in the top 8, and Incheon move on. It is a 4-0 sweep to open up the night, and it is the Incheon Illusion who will move on. As we said, they will play the winner of either nope, that's the wrong one. Of either Daytona or Vancouver later on tonight, but for at least the moment, they will wait and see. Of course, we'll ask about an interview, and we expect to have one, but we will see, as that was just a pretty clean series by Incheon. So, I mean, we talked about it. It felt like Loudon just struggled maybe a bit too much to get themselves goals. I mean, they had opportunities, maybe less so in the last game, but certainly in the others. And so they just fall short in the end. But we are going to have an interview, and so we will be back in just one moment. And we are back with Incheon. A couple of those games got close, but it's a 4-0 win. How's it feel to be top four?
Feels great. I mean, I think going into playoffs, we were very doubted after the whole Smurfy switcheroo. Uh, and our first game against Bedford was rough, but that was like our first games. But we've been getting the practice. We've got really building team chemistry. Really confident with taking it into the playoffs. Yeah, I believe we could probably win it all. I mean, we'll probably be heavily doubted to win it all, but we're gonna do our best for put it all on the field.
Absolutely. And I mean, firstly, I'll ask about this series. It felt like through the middle games, they were able to make it closer. Why do you think, especially game three, was as close as it was?
Game three, we just couldn't get many shots in. Like I know I missed a few open nets. It was just a little bit of we were on top, so we kind of took a little bit of off foot off the gas. So, um, probably if we would have put the foot on the gas much harder, we probably would have won that pretty easily. But no, yeah, it was good to play against those guys. They're really solid. Pinky especially really quick and plays really good offensively in the demos. So yeah, that the game three kind of shook us a little bit, but we got back.
Absolutely. And so was that the adjustment you guys had to make? Just knew you had to lock back in for game four?
Yeah, I mean, we knew coming into this that they didn't have their strongest roster. I mean, that might be their starting, but I believe Dishonored is like my kryptonite. So like he would have really messed us up. But no, they played great. But yeah, we just had to lock in and finish her out. Then we got like 7 goals that game. It's pretty good.
Fair enough. Now, of course, you are still waiting until later tonight to figure out who exactly you play next week, but it will be either Daytona or Vancouver. So, three questions. Who do you think will win? Who do you want to win? And how do you feel about the matchup?
I want Daytona to win because our boy Cozy, we want him to go far. Two, I want him to win so we can play him and get our get back because we played with Bulla and we went to game four and lost unfortunately, but it was with Bulla and not Defane. No offense to Bulla, but Defane's much better. We can really prove ourselves, and I think if we prove ourselves against Daytona, we have a really good shot of being favorites to win.
Fair. Fair. Well, then I
All right,
do.
I'm back.
Uh, Defan, how is the series?
I just work here.
Okay. How do you feel about next week?
Uh, Pretty good.
Okay.
That's it.
Cool.
He don't say much. All right.
I'm back.
Jigsaw, how do you feel about the series?
Oh, it was fun. You know, playing against my ex teammate Rush.
True.
Haven't talked to that guy in a while.
And then, how do you feel about next week?
Against Daytona.
Likely. Or Vancouver, but assumingly Daytona.
Well, I mean, I'm looking forward to playing Cozy again since when we did play him, it was very scrambled on our end. So, you know, it's all love at the end of the day, but I love to just get on the court and whoever's in front of us, try to take him out.
Absolutely. Well, then I do think that's about all I have for you guys. So, congratulations on the big win, and good luck next week.
Appreciate you, doggo.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, bro.
I love you, Doggo.
All right, and that will also do it for our first game of the night. Of course, we can take a quick look at the bracket and where everything sits following this matchup. So, like we said, two semifinalists now locked in, two left to be determined. That Daytona series will happen later tonight. That'll be the 10 p.m. game, and that Madison series will be played on Sunday night. So, we'll be checking back in on that a couple of times, but that does it for now. It's a dominant showing for Incheon, as they said, showing that they can absolutely win it all, and that the top 4 will be a very fun race to track. But your final score here, one last time, Incheon 4, Louden 0. We got 2 more games tonight, next one up next at 9 p.m. So we'll be going live again very shortly. We hope to see you there, but that does it for this game.